Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another race in the chase race number 3 of the round of 12 here at Darlington. The weather is fine for racing. You see the 22 up front. The 22 had the pole for this race, a very important race for the weekend. So let's get you started with Darlington. Talk about the points lead right now. It's very serious to note. The only winner right now in the chase run of those locked into the chase is the 31 of Swift, who won Pocono. Since then, the White Hammer has been dominant. What will happen in this race? Let's get you started. And here we go. Green flag at Darlington. You already see a 15 car down there. That's Chevy Giant. Oh, trouble! Turn 4. Big trouble. Big trouble. Mayhem at Darlington, and we're under our first caution of the day. And you know we've got to look at that again in slow-mo because that was very interesting. So let's take you in slow motion here. Hammer hits the wall there on the high side. There's a 27 who gets whacked by his teammate. We're on board the 27 right now. The 21 gets into the back of him. There's a 3 who puts him in the wall. There's a 33 again. Now look at that. The 3 almost backed up. And if you look at this again, look at the air. Look at the bottom of the bottom of your screen if you can see that. Look at the 13 that's coming down out of the air. Wild ride as he hit the 15 car. He just literally went airborne here. And there's the field under the first caution. The 27 gets air too in the rear end as he slams into the wall. One more time in fast motion. So we have all our survivors of that wreck ready to go. Pit stops ensue. Everyone lines up like they need to. The 15 car. Excuse me, that's not green flag. That is not the 15 car, I don't believe. No. Yes, it is. Yes, it is the 15 car up front. Next to the White Hammer, the restart. Everyone kind of not racy now after that big wreck that took out the 13 of beloved car, a chase contender. Fractured Chain leading the race after our first caution, and caution laps ensue. Still early in this race, Fractured Chain leading the White Hammer, and there you saw RCR almost get into a little skirmish there. The 3 car precipitating that, tapping the wall just a little bit. And but continuing to run, we stay green. And of course, this is the 3rd race of the round of 12. Playoffs just getting started here as Cookie advances his position on the 31. Things just getting started here. Speaking of the 31 car, Swift, who's driving the 31, is our first winner. He is locked into the round of 6. And what does that mean? That also means he is locked into the Daytona 500 for Series Season 5. Guaranteed, no matter what happens, he will be in the Daytona 500. But since then, we've only had the 10 car. And to win, that's the White Hammer. Trouble, the 15's around. And that's going to bring out caution number 2. Let's see what happens here. Yes, caution number 2 is out. And it just looked like the 15 car just got lag bubbled and turned around there, and that's gonna jeopardize the field and bring out our second caution. One more look at the 15. And after pit stops once again, the White Hammer up front. And that Cheerios car, the 33 of Speedy, hunting for his first win in the chase. Green flag. And there's the monster making moves. Riding up the 4th. Then we saw RCR Bangalore. See a lot of sparks. These cars bottom out a lot here at this Darlington Raceway. There's Cookie on the inside. That's the 31. Trouble again. Wrecking again. The Cookie gets into the 31. 31 into the 22. Look at that one more time. So 27 gets things fired up. Let's look at that one more time. Let's slow-mo it for you. And the 31 just gets a little off the nose, just a little bit off the 22 of fractured. And Cookie tried to avoid. You can see him go low, but couldn't get low enough. And then the 31 with the low speed, they get hooked. And around goes Cookie. You see the 3 car able to miss that wreck. Around goes Cookie. And another caution flag flies here at Darlington. So, another round of pit stops. We're back again. Almost at the midway point of this race here. Getting ready to go green. Speedy takes the green flag lead. Cookie once again making moves. You saw the 15 car hit the wall. He's going backwards. And one thing these guys want is for the field to get spread out. So hard to pass here at Darlington. Really hard to pass. Such a narrow racetrack here. And the last thing you want is to have to make several side-by-side passes. Oh, fractured in the Hammer. Hammer in the Cookie again. Wrecking again. It's a wreck. They're wrecking. Hammer again around. Caution flag back out. How much more can this 27 take? A lot of wrecks going on here. And you see probably some transmission damage for the 27 car. Let's look at that wreck again. And I always we see fractured on the bottom there. It looks like he's okay, and then he just starts to slide up the racetrack. Nowhere to go for Hammer. Off the wall, into Cookie. Nowhere to go for Cookie. Cookie's around. The White Hammer's around there. You see the 3 cars sliding past, and there's the 15 narrowly gets by, but the 31 doesn't. And Hammer had recovered, gets into the 31, and then hits Cookie again. A lot of cars involved, about 4 cars involved in that. So let's take you to our restart here. And that's the back of the field. The 27 starting last. off the restart. Darlington, too tough to tame. You're darn right. Really hard to tame this racetrack, and so far no one has done it. Look at the walls. Black marks all up against it. As you see more cars in trouble. 22 around again by the 10. There's a 3 around. There's a 10 hard on the inside wall. And another caution is out here in this chase race. There seems to be a slugfest. Now you have to remember, fractured chain, the 27 of Cookie, the 31 of Swift, the 3 of Lone Paintbrush. All of these cars are in the chase. If they wreck and have a race where they are out, it affects their chase chances of getting into the round of 6 and fighting for a championship. Elimination coming soon. So they have to be careful what they're going to do here. So here we go. Cookie able to make it through, and he starts on the front row. 31 of Swift on the outside. That looks like the 33 of Speedy. That looks like 15 of Chevy Giant. Top 4. And I'll tell you, they're having trouble. Look at the 33 and the 31 as they come into focus here. Comes to 31 on the high side. Not going to make it there. Hits the wall. He's sideways. 33 nowhere to go. We're in the green so far. No caution yet. On board the 27. No caution was called for that spin. That really hurts the 31 though. We stay green. And this is big for Cookie in the 27. We know how good he is here at Darlington. Holds the record for consecutive Darlington wins with 7 consecutive wins. That streak was broken, and he's looking to make a new streak. No surprise that the 27 is up front here at Darlington. Oh, there's Cookie in the wall. Around he goes. He was wide open. In the lead, hits the wall hard. Loses the lead. Of course, no caution, single car wreck, but that's very, very costly. And you have to wonder if there was any damage to the nose of that race car. What a costly mistake for the 27. And now he's got to work his way back up to the front. There you see a little bit of damage to that hood, which leads us to believe there's probably some damage to the motor, probably the radiator. So we'll have to keep an eye on what he is able to do the rest of this race. A little over halfway the race here so far, and we've had a ton of cautions. Cookie seems to be making good time trying to catch up on those leaders ahead of him. Mind you, remember that Chicagoland and Dover still left. Chicagoland race number 4, Dover race number 5 of the round of 12. And then, of course, Charlotte to round out the round of 12. Who's going to be your finalists to battle for that championship? We already know Swift is going to be one. Who's going to be the next one? Remember to check out 105 The Drive for more on KMR, and check out KMR's official website, www.thegamingriff.com. Cookie near the back right now after a spin when he was in the lead. And there you see our leaders. There you see a little bit of trouble by the 33. Taps the wall just a little bit. You see our leaders there running ahead. Cookie playing catch up here. We've already had one casualty in this race, and that was the 13 of Beloved, who is a chase driver. And really in a must-win situation if he is going to do anything to try to advance. Beloved car in that 13 out in the first big wreck here at Darlington. Things seem to have settled down now, though. We also have one more electronic failure, no longer in the race, the 21 of All Guns. So he also in the chase, but in a must-win situation. The White Hammer, your leader at this point in time. And talk about Hammer and his return. He has just been a rocket ship ever since he's had the opportunity to return to KMR. Of course, a 5-time series champion. Make no mistake about it, he is fast. And has an opportunity to lock himself in next season. Hammer knows about the qualifier and knows he doesn't want to run one. So he is doing everything in his power to make sure he stays ahead of the field in the points for those that are not locked in, that are battling for next season. We're on the longest stretch of green flag right now. You see the obvious damage to the front end of the 27. Let's take a hot lap. We welcome you back to Darlington. One thing is so easy to do, as you saw earlier, is to hit the wall. You saw Cookie on 2 separate occasions tap that wall, and the second occasion almost wrecked. The first time he did wreck, and that first time he was in the lead. And here we go, green flag pit stops. There goes the 27, diving it down low to try to get in, and he missed it. He hit the cone. Cookie hits the cone. He will not be allowed to pit this time by. The 22 follows him in. Now, this is a huge dilemma. This is green flag pit stops right here. Cookie could essentially go 2 to 3 laps down in this race. What a mistake after mistake committed by the 7-time champion of this league and the most winningest driver in Darlington in KMR history. Just not his race, this race. There you see Cookie pass it through. Now, does he have enough fuel to get around the racetrack and then pit again? Let's see. In the meantime, Fractured Chain in and about done with his service. There you see the 3 car and the 33 dive down the pit road. Those are the leaders. They're going to take their time to get a pit stop in and address their car. You see the 3, he messed up too. It is so hard to get into this pit road here at Darlington. It is way down off of the groove, and you have to get all the way down there, back it all the way down, and then try and get in. Really, really tough. You saw the 27 and now the 3 have trouble. There's the 22 you saw already made his stop. He's gone. The 15 still out on the racetrack. There's the White Hammer who just got done with his stop. Now he's headed out. He was leading the race, and there is Cookie in, no doubt, 4 tires and gas here, and probably repairing any damage that occurred in the previous stops or in the previous wrecks. There's a 33 out. He's done, and now Cookie gets done, and he is probably several laps down at this point. At least 1 lap down, we know. And so now he just has to salvage whatever day he can to try to get as many points as he can for the chase. The field spread out. There's about 7 cars on the racetrack right now. And so it's very, very easy for things to get spread out and for this to become a fuel battle. But just remember, cautions breed cautions. All it takes is one to start the train going. Those interested in running, remember KMR season starts. Season 5 will start with the qualifier next, and then after that, shortly after that, the Daytona 500 over on FM6, sponsored by Paintbrush Paints. Only a quarter of the race left here at Darlington in this oh so important chase race. Things kind of spread out. Looks like the White Hammer is going to have this one signed, sealed, and delivered. He has absolutely dominated this race. He has the fastest lap ran of the whole race so far, and so far also has locked up most laps led in a race. That'll go to Stuart Haas in that 10 car. Hey, 33 way down there at the bottom. You see that at the bottom of your screen. Wow. Speedy also struggling just a little bit here at Darlington. There's Fracture chained in that beat up number 22 car for Penske. Fracture possibly his last full-time season in KMR. He'll go to running a part-time schedule, which will include the Daytona 500, which is also why these races are so important. He wants to be locked into the Daytona 500 no matter what. If he keeps going like he is, where he is in the points, he will be. But no, he wants that win. Cookie in the wall, able to save it though. You saw that very close, and we got trouble, it looks like, ahead. And I believe caution has just come out on the field. Let's see. Yes, caution is out. Remember what we told you, cautions breed cautions. Caution flag flies for some trouble that happened on the front straightaway. And so let's see how this affects the field. Coming to the restart. Hammer time versus Chevy Giant in the 15, and they go green. Side by side, coming into one. 27 was a lucky dog, able to get his lap back. Now he's fighting for something. They're almost 3 wide in the exit of 2. The 33 right past the 15, and here's the 22 on the high side. Laps closing here at Darlington. Cookie side by side with Fractured. Small door check there. Cookie goes by. Now he's trying to keep off the 3. That is Fractured. In the meantime, Cookie chasing the leaders who have been very, very fast. Can Cookie keep the car off the wall here? Hammer breaking away. There you see Chevy on the low side, gets around the 33, that's second. Speedy third, Cookie fourth, top 5 for Fractured right now. Into the wall goes Speedy once again. And now Cookie's looking to take that spot on the high side. He does. He gets around him. Cookie moves up to third. And now Cookie and Fractured, or rather Speedy and Fractured, are in it. However, Cookie up ahead is trying his best to catch Chevy and the White Hammer, who seems to have set sail. Cookie in the wall. That's not going to help him any. There's Hammer. Chevy in the wall as well. Speedy trying to come right back. Here's Speedy closing the gap between him and Cookie. No doubt because of the momentum lost from him coming off the wall. But there's Speedy up against the wall again. There you see Swift exiting pit road. Unscheduled pit stop there. There's side by side. Speedy again in the wall. And so is Chevy. And here comes Cookie for second place. Side by side. Cookie, they're still side by side. Now Cookie gets the edge and bang, it's good. Cookie up to second. The White Hammer the leader. And wow, contact between the 33 and the 15. 15 able to recover. That was the battle for third. It's not over yet. Look at Speedy coming back down the straightaway, trying to keep that gap closed. In the meantime, the White Hammer has absolutely checked out. Coming to the closing laps of this chase race. Everyone pushing. They know the seriousness of this race, even for someone like Chevy Giant in his position. How important it is for him to be able to fight to avoid the qualifier. Cookie trying to hold off Chevy. Hammer trying to break away. And things kind of getting spread out. This looks like this is going to be the running order here. Don't know that the 15 has anything for the 27 right now, who's been able to run some consistent lap times. We're going to see what happens. The field spread out in the closing laps of this Darlington race. No more than 7 laps to go. And there's Fracture, gonna look to the inside of Speedy. Fractured able to get around Speedy there. And that is 4th. And here we go. 3 to go. 3 laps remaining at Darlington. On board the 27. Two to go. Cookie hard off the wall you saw there, but he's trying to close the gap between him and the 10, pressing really hard. You see him smoke the tires there. White flag is out for White Hammer. Chasing what will be his 3rd or 4th rather win of the season. 2 corners to get it done. And for the White Hammer, what a season it has been for him so far. He's gonna take the checkers. Cookie 2nd, Chevy Giant 3rd. Fracture Chain gets 4th, and the top 5 rounds out with Speedy. This has been 105 to Drive at Darlington, the 3rd chase race, won by a non-chaser, the White Hammer, 2nd straight win.